Welcome viewers, and in this video we are going to talk to parents whose daughter has a mental illness for some time, and they have agreed to share their support, their experience and their journey with us in the hope that it will make it will help someone in knowing that what they're going through or what they can do in order to support their kids or their family members better. So we have Rakesh and Anita with us. Very welcome, sir and ma'am. And Anita, I want to begin with you. When you first time got to know about your daughter's mental illness, what were your thoughts and feelings, and like the very initial, reaction what you had for yourself?
Okay, when I came to know about Ridhima, I was very much disturbed because what kind of mental trauma she is going through. I thought I told her so many times that you are disturbed only, Beta, don't get yourself so much stressed about. This was the first reaction I
Were you worried or
had.
scared? Or I think I understand as a parent, the first thing is to deny, no, it's not happening because it's my child. So were you scared? Were you worried, or you were confident that it is not what she thinks?
Actually, I think she herself was not. She had no idea about it that she is suffering from depression. She was also thinking that I am sad. I am that she is suffering from depression. It was mainly when she went to London back. There she developed the suicidal thoughts, and then she came into contact with a psychiatrist, and her actual problem was that.
Okay. Different for you when you got to know about your daughter's condition?
It was 2019 and we hardly saw her that when she was in depression. As a matter of fact, she did not go to office for 6 months, which she never revealed to us. She was suffering, she was in hospital, her partner was helping her, and all those things we came to know quite late. And when we came to know about it, I was not much worried about it because I knew that there are two things. One is physical illness, and second is mental illness. And when you suffer from mental illness, you do also suffer from physical illness. And I was pretty well knowing it that this is a temporary phase, and she has to recover at her own. And of late, when I came to know that she had met a psychiatrist, she's doing therapies also. Then in 2019, we also went over there. We met her psychiatrist, we met her therapist, and we saw it that she was recovering. And that recovery, I know, is very low, very, the progress is very slow.
Hmm.
And even today also, I cannot say, uh, you see, that every said that one is perfect. I mean, I normally give an example of, say, if you meet an accident and if you break your leg, in due course of time, you are in a position to move about, but that scar is there. Similarly, even if you recover in mental illness, then scar is there. And is that scar is okay. I mean, you can live with it. There is no problem with that.
That's a very interesting example, and it actually made me think, how can we see that scar? I mean, can we see that scar as, someone who has actually fought, let's say, for the country and got a scar and be proud of it because you dealt with it? And, or you can see it, okay, it was an accident and a suffering, and that's how I got this scar. So I think the perspective makes a lot of difference, even in this.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Uh, so what were your challenges in the beginning as a parent? What you thought, okay, okay, this is a big challenge at this point, and I wish, some kind of help or support could you get? I mean, did you have any challenges?
Actually, she was living quite far away from us, and we can only support her morally. Mentally, you can say that on telephones we had very frequent talks with her, and we used to say her cheer up. don't worry about it. You are in a good contact with a psychiatrist and therapist. You have a very good friend with you, and slowly the condition will subside and you will feel okay. But this is how I used to console her. And now she says, no, that was not the actual way. She says, no, it needs proper therapy, it needs proper support. Now we are coming in contact with her through her programs, my just another illness and all this. Now the concept has been totally changed. That how you can deal with the patient while he is in depression. So now she herself is putting lot of efforts to come out of the situation.
Right. As you I think we, as parents, we learn a lot, during this journey. We don't have everything clear in the beginning unless you have seen someone, and you know exactly. But with time, I think we also learn so much and grow so much as parents that, okay, this is what it is, and this is what will help, and this is something we shouldn't be doing. So, okay. So now, next question: did you face anything uh, which kind of told you that, okay, there's a stigma attached to it, and because of that stigma, you have to go through this? I mean, any incident?
See,
Yes, right.
as far as stigma is concerned, stigma is of two types. One is from the society and the other is from the patient. As far as the stigma from society is concerned, that is the business of the society. One need not to bother about that. But the patient himself should not feel, the patient should not say that I will not expose myself to such and such society, such and such gatherings, such and such people. That kind of stigma is right within the patient. That the patient can fight. But as far as the society is concerned, as I often say, that it is good that society has a stigma because the society is developing a shield around them. Society knows that this ailment is not inborn. This has come to to a particular person because of the certain situations in life. And in order to be away from those situations, the society is developing a shield which they call stigma towards such patients. That's what I think.
Okay. And do you think with time it has become different and maybe easier for you as a parent to, deal with it, or to see your daughter, to help your daughter with it?
Yes, I think the time has changed. I think, but still we have to go very far away because, as you know, we are living in India. Literacy level is still very low. The people around us maybe are not so much educated and they don't know about the mental illness in a broader perspective. They think that mental illness means the person has become mad and like this only or that, or even in depression case they also think in the same manner. But I think now, as a parent, educated parents, and the people who are educated around us, they can understand it easily. Yes, how it developed and what is the now treatment for her, and how can we not stigmatize the person, how can we help the person. I think now the society is changing, but still it has to go very far.
Oh, good to go. I could see Rakesh was not agreeing to it. Yes, good.
I you see, I in fact say that there is nobody on the earth who can say that I am physically fit. And similarly, I say that there is nobody on the earth who can say that he is mentally fit. Whereas nobody will admit that he will say I am mentally fit. No, everybody can admit that I have some problem or the other as far as my physical health is concerned.
Right.
So, but is it possible? No, it's not possible. There is some aberration. Basically, why mental illness comes? The very reason is that we have different moods. And in different moods, different hormones are secreted from our body, be it for digestion or be it for our brain. And when those secretions go down or go up beyond a certain limit, we need certain chemicals to balance them. And that is exactly the science of psychology, psychiatry is there. That is what all patients are given medicine for. And what is those therapies? This can be learned, and you can keep this mental illness which you suffer from under your control. Thank you.
I think well said. I think, what you're trying to say is nobody is perfect. So that as parents, as family members, that's the first thing we have to see. We all have our, challenges, our weakness, our strengths. So that's the first thing I think as a parent, you have to see that nobody is perfect. And the second big point is that you have to understand, how things work, in terms of your emotions and learn how to, manage your feelings, etc. So which generally, is neglected, at times that, okay, we as parent keep saying, like, just you said, we do feel our kids have to always feel happy, which is not reality. You have to learn how to deal with sadness as well, failures as well, and sometimes anger as well. So learning how to manage is what I think the key point is here. Okay, and how do you feel about your daughter now? I know personally that she's doing great, not just in terms of her illness, but in terms of what she's doing for the society. So how do you feel about her now?
See, the best thing which I like in her is the very term just another illness. If mental illness is nothing else but it's just another illness, it is, you see, it is, since it is not a physical illness which can be tested by, there are so many means available to us.
Right.
The mental illness can be known at what stage it is by the psychiatrist only, who is competent at. As far as Ridhima is concerned, she is doing excellent. And I only tell her, you see, when you tell your story, it is not that easy. Because you go deep into it and you cannot touch a wound by, you cannot heal a wound by touching it again and again. And I'm pretty sure in due course of time, she will come up in a much more positive way, in a much more affirmative way, that she will be able to convey the things and prove it that mental illness is nothing else but just another illness. As a child of mine, I'm pretty sure I have seen her working with such grit and determination, and this is one of the things which she has taken up. And I'm sure that she will be able to succeed even in that also. And the real message she has in her mind, she will be able to convey to the society. And let's see if someone makes use of it.
I'm sure it's happening. I mean, I have benefited a lot, and I'm sure many people have already done, and more power to her. So, yes, Anita, how do you feel about her now? Like seeing her.
I'm very proud of her that she is giving very useful services to the society. She is helping so many people who are suffering from the mental illness. She is boosting their morale. I think she is doing a lot. She is doing a great job.
So, in a way, we can say it was a gift given to her, which made her realize what power she had.
Maybe.
Exactly.
Okay. In the end, any general tips or suggestions, anything else you want to tell the parents who sometimes struggle to accept, when their kids, share? Because I know I have worked in Delhi. I am from Delhi originally. That it's not easy to tell your parents, that what you're going through, because even if they listen, they have tough time accepting. So anything you can just share from your experience, what will help?
I wish that parents should see that their own life in retrospect. Have they never come any difficulties in their life? May not be a mental illness as such, but there are vicissitudes
Anita, anything you would like to share? What parents, any tips, any suggestions?
I think now the parenting has been totally changed, and now the parents are educated enough, and they must learn how to deal with the children in every situation they are facing, because now the world has totally changed. And now we have to motivate. If they are facing such kind of problem, then we should support them that how can they come out of the situation, rather than stigmatize and rather than having fear of the society, that what will the societies say about them. No, we should not believe in that. Rather, we should support our children.
And do you think, going to a psychiatrist and therapy helps? Because that's where the second, problem comes. Parents, even if they accept, they try all the other things, but they don't want to start medication because there's a lot of, again, stigma attached to it. Once you take it, this will happen or that will happen. So, would you think, as parents, this is necessary?
Yes, I think it's very much necessary to visit our doctor properly, that is psychiatrist and psychologist also. We had sessions with psychiatrists and psychologists in 2018 and 19, and I thought, and I came to know about it, I concluded that this is very much important, very much important. Now the time has been totally changed. The psychologists, their therapists, they are totally helpful for the patient. I think that the parents.
Thank you very much. It is extremely important that people come out and share. I mean, it doesn't have to be something huge. Even small steps, I think, make a lot of difference in people, especially, I mean, in Asia, in India. We have seen how they feel that they are the only one and they shouldn't be talking about it. Once they see that how normal it is, and I mean, how we can support each other. I hope it'll become a little bit more easier.
Yes.
Thank you so much.